It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Kansas City. Has this at the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Completes this one to Rice. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. This is ahead for about 5. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On second down, Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Third and long for Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Play action, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 1. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, ball at the 36. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And that's good for a gain of 5. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. They send a man in motion. Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have second down and 5. Robinson on the inside give. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Daniels on first down. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Play fake here, Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start to fight back with their first points of this game. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Von Miller. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Kelsey makes the catch. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They motion the tight end over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Brought in close to the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Big play sets them up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the puck, and they take this in for the score. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Staying with Robinson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Commanders facing a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Daniels from the pistol.
This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue. Effort. Run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Daniels off the play action. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 27. Able to find Ertz. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. They'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And a man is there to knock that away. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Play action on first down. He's on the move. He can run it. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Daniels now. Has him running the comeback. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down from the 31. An option give to Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third and short, Daniels. It's taken in by Eckler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Daniels. He brings it in. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the 39. That finds Hunt, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another throw for Mahomes. Chased out to his right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively and for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Running right is Pacheco. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Kelsey running the slant. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought to a halt by Brian Cook. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work coming into the quarter trailing. Second and 6 coming up here. Now Daniels off the play action. It's caught, Eckler. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This play goes for 36. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake here, Daniels. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
This to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. The quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Mahomes. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got first down from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Has a man, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Robinson. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It'll be a pickup of 4, and they'll snap 2nd and goal from the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes now. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And this one does not go far. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. He's back to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And it's 4th down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Commanders holding on to a field goal lead. They've got 1st down from the 31. On the give, here's Robinson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Slot man motioned over. On second down, Robinson. Still finding room past the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Running with Eckler again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Third down give to Robinson. And he drives it up past the 45. 6 yards on the play, and that brings up fourth down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So no return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Here he is to throw. Stays in the pocket. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And what a play. He scores. They get to the end For students of this incredible game, Brock, they'll know just how incredible a finish we all just witnessed. Very rarely does a game end on a walk-off touchdown, and even rarer does it happen on that type of home run play.
Yeah, these fans, they came here hoping for a good game, and they got a great one. They were all just treated to what you and I were treated to, one of the most memorable finishes we've ever called.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.